Hello, Gilda's Club. I'm so happy to be with you this week. We are making exciting lanterns this week using only scrap materials and a jar. You can use real candles in these lanterns or LED candles if you are concerned about fire safety. You can use them on your porch. You can use them as decoration for holidays and things. You can line them down your walkway. They really come out beautifully and they use up all those little scraps that you're not sure what to do with. So I hope you like this and let's get started. So the supplies you'll need for today are some scrap fabric, anything that is light and that you can kind of see through just a little bit will be better. Like you can see how you can see the light through this, because you want to be able to see the flame in there. You want it to glow. You don't want it to be completely blotted out. You'll need some scissors to chop up all those beautiful scraps. You'll need some glue. I'm just using Elmer's Craft Glue, but you can use Mod Podge as well for an even tighter seal and for full coverage. You'll also need a jar, something big enough to fit a candle in, and then something to illuminate your lantern. I'm using a real candle, but I would suggest, if you plan to leave this unattended, that you use one of those little LED ones. You can even get them at the dollar store. So first of all, I'm going to get a good look at my jar, take off my lid. My plan for decoration will be built around the kind of jar I have. You can see for me, I've got this rather pretty place here. It's got like a little beehive and some flowers and things. I think I'll build my look around that. I've got these, the little handles basically. I'm going to cover those up, I think. So, I just got to look at what I've got to work with here. A couple of shades of blue, some pink, some yellow. Okay, this is going to be fun. So, a decision that needs to be made, since I know that I'm going to be using a real candle, I'm deciding at this time to adhere my fabric to the outside of this jar. It looks a little tidier and prettier if you do it on the inside, but I would only recommend that if you are going to use an LED candle in here. Now, once you have a game plan, you can just kind of start cutting out interesting shapes. Because I have this gingham here, I can get really nice straight lines because the fabric has it all kind of spelled out for me. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll do like 1-inch squares. I know that 1 square is 1 inch on my mat here, so I see that if I cut down this line, it gives me approximately a 1-inch square, so I can make a really cute pattern with that. Let's see. Then in the middle here, okay, so I've got some squares happening. Let's figure out, looks like if I cut down the center of this line, and then down here, that's about a 1-inch square. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. You actually want kind of a rustic look, but you just want to start making yourself little bits and pieces that we can glue to the jar. You can totally just randomly roll up your fabric and just start snipping away at it if you'd like. There are no rules to this. So now I've got a nice little collection of the different colors of fabric. What I'm going to do to begin gluing them on, so I'm going to take some of this glue here. If you have Mod Podge, you'll want to put it in a little container too, so that you can kind of dip and go. Come on, glue, be cooperative. Okay, well that's enough to get us started. So, I'm building my design around the center here. Think I'll just start. Dab a little glue. Wipe a little off. You don't want it to be soaked. You want it to just thinly coat the back of the fabric. I'm just gonna toss it right on there and pat it down gently. You could also just coat the whole jar. I'm messy, so I'm not doing that because I know that I will make a huge mess. But that is an easy option, especially if you're wanting to make up like a bunch of these for a wedding or something. Whoop. Maybe I better. I don't know. I didn't bring a paintbrush. But just start building around, making any design you want. It actually is a little fun to play with glue sometimes, so never mind. I definitely made the right decision for me. Just start making a little patchwork. You can trim stuff too if you want like a corner to fit right in here. Just cut myself a little piece. Tweezers would also help with this part. For me, there's something very relaxing about just kind of jumping right in with your hands. So you're just filling in little gaps. Like I said, you can do this with any thin fabric. You do want to have some visibility there. Just keep going with it. So I've worked my way all the way around, left some interesting areas with the textured glass, and I just see a couple little gaps and things. It's okay to have some gaps, but I'm going to fill in mine just a little bit more. And by this point in the process, I have found it to be more fun to just dab glue right on to the glass like we talked about earlier, and then just stick it, although I'm getting pretty sticky too. There we go. Just make it funky, make it fun. It might look a little bit wild right now, but I think you're gonna like it when it's dark. Let's see, any place bothering me? Put a little of this up here. little bit right there. So there we have it. I'm going to go wash all of this sparkly glue off my hands first. Then let's see what it looks like with the lights out. Thank you so much for joining me today to do this simple and fun project. I hope that you use your lantern whenever you're out on the porch or in the backyard, and I hope that you had fun doing it. So stay safe, stay clean, stay covered, and have a wonderful rest of your week.